Recording now. Okay. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
My good friend.
Hi.
So as I was looking through the videos, and we were talking about Beverly Hills and when you were first introduced to Muhammad Ali, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Is this the Ali chapter?
This is leading into the Ali chapter.
Okay.
So we're gonna, when we end the chapter about when after what Brando does, the whole thing, and you get interviewed, and you hadn't gotten hired at Universal.
We did already the Brando thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you hadn't gotten hired yet.
No.
Right?
No.
But things were, so you hit rock bottom with Brando, what he did, what he said to you, emotionally.
That's the door opener one.
Right. But at the time you didn't know that it was going to open those doors.
No.
You couldn't see that.
No. Thanks to Reddi, producer of The Godfather, who told me that let's prove him wrong. And thanks to one of my cards that I always knew, all the thousands of cards I made, all I need is one of them is going to be the lottery ticket. And it was given to Lou Wasserman, the owner of Universal. And I got a call from him the next day.
And that happened, but that was after you met Ali, right? After Steve Edwards.
Yeah.
It was after that. So the reason why what I wanted, the goal, let me tell you what the goal is. The goal as a writer is to connect all these events in sequence so you can see where you are here. Brando insults you, he's your hero, you picked yourself up, you stayed in your faith, and good things begin to happen at a very rapid pace.
It's my story was written before I started it. Because everything I did, it was meant to be done. Living in Tunisia, meeting James, imitating James before, going to Charlie Chaplin movies when I was young in that movie theater back where I used to live, buying Charlie Chaplin biography at Heathrow Airport in London on my way to Canada.
And the suit?
Getting the suit, Charlie Chaplin's suit, seeing it, Montreal, everything. For James to say that after a promise that he's going to help me when I come to America, and after 3 days he said, "Oh, goodbye, brother."
Right.
I'm glad he did that, because that wasn't the answer for me.
Right. It was just a step.
It's like God saying, "Listen, at least he gave you the idea to come to America. Now, show me what you can do on your own."
On your own.
And then when I came with the idea that James is going to help me, and James is not going to help me. I'm going to help myself, and that's what helped me.
So, the day in Beverly Hills when you saw Ali was already an important day because CBS is interviewing.
Picture shaking hands like this.
But I mean, CBS is interviewing you.
Yeah.
And
even the timing of CBS to film
it,
there.
Yeah.
It has a reason for my destiny to tell me, "Hey, all right, do it with CBS because you're going to meet somebody you love so much on that day."
And you had no idea it was going to be the champ. Of all did you ever tell him that story?
Yeah,
you did.
Ali, when I talked to him, he was like looking at me and talking to me with his eyes and talking to me within himself, like he's admiring this guy comes from North Africa and had a way to get close to the champ. And this guy, and nobody gets close to the champ unless you really deserve it. So this guy he really deserves it to be close to me, and I thank Allah that sent me the love in my heart to accept him and to open my arms to him.
Wow, that's beautiful. And what I think and what amazed me.
He never let me down. When I call him and he's in a reunion, in a meeting, and they tell him who is on the phone,
He stops and talks to
he stops and comes and says, I'll call you back in 10 minutes, or call me back in 10 minutes, I'm in a meeting now. Amazing, just amazing.
So he treats you like a real friend.
Oh, it's really, if you tell me your best moment with Ali since you met him, I'll tell him when I was in his living room of the Hilton Hotel in Vegas, where he fought Spinks, and in the middle of the night, I feel like somebody's covering me, and I opened my eyes, and it was the champ covering me, so I wouldn't get cold. If somebody came to me in Tunisia when I was watching his fights at the age of very young, at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and tell me, hey, that champ you are watching now, one day he's gonna cover you when you're asleep. I said,
wow.
Oh, come on!
No way!
No way! And it did happen. That was that gesture that he did. Wow! It determined who is a real life champ. Who is that man outside of the ring?
Right.
All the toughness, all the victories, all the punches, and then and all those tough hands that he's punching his fighters with, and then those tough hands turn into soft hands, covering a
very loving, compassionate.
Covering me. What a switch!
So he's a very caring man.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna talk in this chapter about Ali in the ring because everybody knows Ali in the ring.
Right.
But I'm showing the man outside the ring, the man in the real life, what kind of person he is. And to me, he was more the greatest of all time outside the ring.
Wow. As a person.
In person.
As a person.
Because in the ring, you are great, maybe the greatest, and it stops right there. But to be the greatest outside, and the kindness stays forever.
It's amazing you say that because I've always thought he was, obviously I didn't know him personally, but I always thought what made him the greatest was his sacrifice to give up everything to stand up for what he believed in.
Yes, Vietnam, one of them.
Yeah. When he refused to go to the draft.
Vietnam, one of them.
Yeah.
He stood for his people, and he stood for everybody.
Yeah, he said famously, ain't no Viet Cong ever called me no nigger.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been walking the streets of Los Angeles with him. It doesn't matter if you are a white person asking for his autograph, or a black, or yellow, or Japanese, or Chinese. He always did it with grace, with a smile, and then when they posed with him for a picture, he never refused one picture, and he always gave it, punching that person he gave them not only a picture, but a piece of Ali in the ring.
And never said no when anybody asked.
No. Oh, no. As a matter of fact, I remember when I had a call when he was in Chicago. He's telling me, "Hey, brother Samir," I said, "Wait, I got some good news for you." "What is it?" He said, "I'm moving to LA." As soon as he arrived, he called me.
Really?
I said, "Come on over, this is the address."
Was it a house? He had bought a house out there?
When he bought his house in mid Wilshire, Fremont.
Oh, good.
Fremont. Ali, I believe the reason I became closer to him, and the reason he cared about me a lot, he saw something in me. He saw this gentleman who's trying to make it from nothing. He looked at me as the underdog who came to America and became somebody.
And when did you first tell him your story? Like when you guys, 'cause I know you met him and then you saw him again outside a restaurant. And I think that's when he sent you the envelope with the money.
Oh, no.
That was later.
No, I met him by Wilshire.
But you met him, yeah.
No, then we became friends. And he never asked me, what do I do, what do I work, nothing.
Right.
And then one night, he came out from La Scala with Clint Eastwood and his entourage. And he flipped. His eyes were wide.
Samir.
Is that you?
And you were in character.
Yeah, I never smoked. Clint used me to, he told Clint Eastwood, "This is my best friend."
Did you break character?
No.
You wouldn't even break character for the greatest?
But Clint told him, "Bring him with you to Carmel." Because Clint was the mayor of Carmel.
He was the mayor, that's right.
Bring him to Carmel, so I said. And then looking at him and looking at Clint, which I admire a lot, and Tunisia, I mean, he's so big, and then, wow, shit, Ali, Clint.
It's like a dream.
And I really wish there was a picture there. I mean, but the picture is in my heart. I see it every time, I pass by La Scala, I see Ali and Clint, and me trying to get in the picture.
So when you...
And then he sent me the envelope with one of his own guards, bodyguards, and then I refused it. I gave it back to him.
And the guy told you he was going to be offended.
He told me he's going to be mad. I said, let him be mad. I'll talk to him tomorrow. And then next day he said, "What's your story, brother? Why didn't you accept this gift from me? I mean, I gave it to you." I said, "Reddi, you gave me more than money, brother. You gave me your friendship, and that you cannot buy with money. The money, the $1,000, I'll spend it just like this. And God knows how much I needed it. But I don't want to lose you over $1,000, brother. You are a multi-billion-dollar man."
Because at the time you were still staying in the grave with the fan, right?
Oh yeah.
You're still
yeah. And, my God, $1,000.
Yeah.
That will, I mean, that will pay me pay a year
rent.
But I did it with a lot of love, and I was so happy until today that I did not accept the money. And he started looking at me differently.
Because you didn't take it.
Yeah, he said, "I wish everybody is like you, brother. God bless you."
Wow.
I said, Ali, who else do you see beside you and me every morning having breakfast together and being together and smiling and laughing? And
So you guys started the breakfast routine. That was
Yeah. I told him, "You even made me believe I can fly," and he was laughing to death. He made by his desk. See that picture with me like this, and when he went like this, and then I hit. So he made a hole. There's a hole in the ceiling, and then he said, "Brother, you can fly." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." How? He said, just stand and keep going like this and you will see it. See that hole? Then
He pushed you up there?
and then he said, you will get to that hole and fly and come back. I said, are you sure I'm going to come back? He said, yeah, don't worry. So the minute I started, you know, trying to fly, and he just lost it laughing. And he gave me a hug. He said, sit down. Sit down.
He believed me.
You're not going to fly. You will never fly.
You went for it.
I said, I swear.
You believed in it.
I said, why did I believe I did that I can fly?
Now, how did you guys start having breakfast together? How did that start?
I asked him what the best time to see him. He said 5 in the morning. He wakes up and
Was this before his workout or what?
yeah, that's when he starts to work out and have coffee and stuff. That's when his maid brought him this strong coffee, you know. And then he took a small sip and he made a grimace, you know, face. Like, wow, what is